Hey Tubes, it's Blazer Project. Well, finally the rain has cleared out. We got about close to 3 inches here at the house. And needless to say, I was not expecting that this morning, but it's dried up enough to where I can now start on today's project, which is our homemade bush hog. Now before we start grinding or anything, we have got to inspect this thing. But, in short, you can see how it goes. Now, this piece is off the Dayton, along with that, the deck, so we're recycling a lot of parts. Today's objective is, we got to get this shaft off completely, take a look at it. The joints are good, and we have got to get this cover off, because there's a belt, and we got to make sure all the pulleys and everything are free. Any that are seized, we got to try and, well, unlodge, I should say. Plus, I think this may be able to be serviced, so we gotta take everything apart, clean, grease, and all that. We also have got to get into that gearbox, clean it, re-grease it, everything's new. This thing, come here, just has like a flat spot in it. So, we gotta pull that apart. It's freeing up, but it's freed up, but if you stop at just the right point, you can see it just does not want to turn smooth. So we'll have to pull this apart, and I may have to go hunt down some bearings. So, about the only good news I do have is this right here, the engagement pulley. Spans free as you can think, but to be on the safe side, I may be replacing this pulley. So, I'm going to fire up the torch, set you up on the tripod, and we're going to see if we can't get this thing off. Then, we can get this off and see what the guts are. So, let's get to it. Alright. Don't want to cut it, we just want to get it hot. Of course, if you're hearing the crackling noise, it's probably water. Or I'm roasting the belt. That's underneath. Oh well, I'll get replaced. Okay. Adjustable. One that's loose. hammer. Be right back. And she's off. Awesome. Throw that to the side, let that cool. Shut the torch off. And let's pop this cover. I'm gonna have to go find a socket set. So, I'm gonna shut you off. I'll turn you back on once I get this unbolted. Alright. All the bolts are out. Let's take a look underneath. Warm. And that's not what I wanted to see. Looks like I got 3 pulleys to replace. One is just flat out destroyed. And I gotta paint that. Oh well. Oh yeah. Actually, these two are good, but this one over here is trashed. Let me get you off the tripod. I'll give you a closer look. Now this is what I was expecting, but this one is completely trashed. You can see it's gone. Darn. Sorry I had a bug fly in my glasses. Literally. But that, from a visual standpoint, that one's good, this one's good, this one's still good, and this one's still good. So all I have to do is replace the one. So all I gotta do is take a measurement off one of these and we're good. So next step is to get this old fried belt off, which can be easier said than done. And then I'm going to pull this off, take a look at it, inspect it. Once I get the pulley measurement, I'll probably be able to go to Orscheln's, or I just may yank one of these because they're all going to be the same, and we'll go from there. Plus it'll allow me to check the spindles and see if I can service them. So in that case, I'm going to go get my electric impact and we're going to do some work. So hang tight. Alright, after some torching and persuasion, pulley's off, it's destroyed. This spindle is seized. I may be able to save it, but 10 to 1 I won't. Luckily enough, there's a number that I can use on the cover, but this one's free, and that one over there is free. That's free, that's free. This rotates freely, but we got to take this apart and get inside it. So, next up, it's going to be 2 bolts. Get this on the bench. We're going to remove this cover and take a look inside. But got to chalk up a new pulley and spindle. Not what I wanted to spend money on, but it is what it is. So My guess is there was still a lot of crap in this thing, and with the way it's angled, it all just came over here. Because if you look at the cover, it all just congregated. But this is going to get painted. That's going to get painted to keep this from happening again. Plus, I'm also going to cut a relief or two in a few areas where I can get a hose in and clean it. Look. Let's see if we can get the number. Nope, it's worn completely off. So, looks like I'm going to have to do some looking on the net. In the meantime, this can go right there. Let's get a gearbox off. So, see you in a few. Alright, got the 90 off. I mean, it spins free, which is nice. I'm hearing the gears, so let's pop this cover off, take a look inside. Now the spindle on the deck, I'm going to pull that off on my free time, because that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a pain in the rear to locate and get a new one, so we'll see what happens. Someone put Loctite on these figures. But not this one. I'm going to have to grab a small torch real quick. Just heat it up enough to break it free. I also got the fan going on behind me because there is no wind right now. Damn it. Alright, vice grips it is. Come on. And of course, it's not like a pave. Screwdriver. It's always got to be one that's a royal pain in the rear. But that's Murphy's Law for you. I'm going to shut you guys off. I'm going to play with this some more and see if I can't get this to break loose. Alright, after some more heat, that little bugger finally came out, so let's pop this loose. We got grease that is old and it definitely needs swapped. Looks like your typical black grease, but I'm going to get a rag real quick. Clean these up. Dead. Close the gasket. Yeah, she definitely needs new grease. Pull you off the tripod. Screwdriver, you look in here. Don't know if you can see it, but down in there, there's one gear that is connected to the prop shaft. There's another gear back there that is connected to the pulley, and it's just basically a 90. You got bearings over there that aren't sealed, and you got bearings in here that aren't sealed. So, I mean, you can see grease is not in the best of shape. So, that's all going to get replaced with red high temp. That lost its lubrication ability a long time ago. So, this is going to have, there we go. You can see top gear and then the bottom gear. But for the most part, inside it's in good shape. So that's going to have to go in a tank and get cleaned and so forth. Now I'm going to, considering at the time, that one piece that connects to the prop shaft is going to get dismantled. I'm going to put this back together loose, and I'm going to get that thing apart. So, let's get to it. Alright, socket, electric impact. Let's get this connector taken care of. That was on there, but then again, you don't want this coming off or apart. So, looks like I can just knock it out. One way to find out. Hammer. Sure enough, that's all you gotta do. Yeah, I just got bear with me, I'm trying to remember where some tools are. Ow. Got a good punch. Alright. And there goes the centerpiece and the pulley. That's nice. Key's in good shape. Pulley, well, that's in good shape too. Both are going to definitely need a clean. That's a tapered fit. Nice. Those are going to need to be cleaned and taken care of. Alright, looks like a couple of snap rings. Joy. I hate these damn things. Ha ha! Looks like she popped off. There we are. There's one. Oh, come on. Phew. One off. I just got to get this other one off. Pretty well rusted in there, but for the most part, it actually come off pretty decent, to say the least. Come on. Alright, I'm going to shut you off because this one's starting to be a royal pest and I may say a few things. Alright, bearings are out and that took some doing and I am glad I'm going to be replacing these. I'll show you right now. Yeah, you can see the menagerie of tools I had to use to get the bearings out of that. Plus, I still wonder why they had a collar in there. No real need. But I'll put it back in. But these are the bearings. They are just toast inside. These are sealed and so forth. So, other than that, it's pretty well clean inside, if you want to call it that. So, chalk up the two bearings, pulley and a spindle to add to the list of parts that are needed, and some cleanup on these things. But on my off time, I'm going to see if I can't get those off, see if I can service them, because they look like they can be serviced, but I've got to get this one off pronto. That way I can make sure I get the right one if I can find it online. So, pretty much not a bad start if I do say so myself. It's definitely going to need a paint job, but that comes later. Now, as far as like the engine, that's a Predator engine in my shed right now. The original 16 horse that was on the Dayton has the pulley needed to run that, and we'll build from there after I get the parts, get the mower deck put back together, and so forth. So, I'm going to be on the net for a few, getting things looked up, see how much they are, order them if I can, and in my off time, pay attention to Facebook and my Instagram page, because I'm going to be cleaning the deck up, cleaning the cover. The cover I can paint immediately, and then I've got to clean the 90, do some paint work on some of the other things, and basically get it to where when it goes back together it looks actually nice. So as far as like an inspection point of view goes, the deck, other than the spindle, is in pretty good shape. The rest of it is just wear and tear, and that's all I'm going to say. Besides, I wasn't expecting it to be completely without problem. But hey, what can you do? Sometimes projects go the way they go. So, I'll talk to you guys all later. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and please leave a like if you like this video. Comment, subscribe please, because every little bit helps. And I mean, I don't make money off of this yet, but for the most part, I do this just for fun. So, I'll talk to you guys all later. Peace.